When I was a kid, I loved banana and jam sandwiches. So I'm going to take that concept and make a delicious dessert using some phyllo pastry. Now, to make this really creamy in the centre, we're going to start off with 250 grams of cream cheese. Now, I've brought that to room temperature and I'm going to place this into a food processor along with 2 eggs. Now, I only need the egg yolks here, so I'll break them in half, and then just with my fingers, I'll use my fingers as a strainer. We'll place them into the food processor. And the second one. Now for some sweetness, some icing sugar. And now to give this a bit of a tropical feel, I'll add some coconut, so desiccated coconut. Now pop the lid on and I'll blitz this for about 1 minute until it's really, really creamy. Now while that's going, let's prepare the bananas. So I'm just going to do 2 banana parcels for this recipe. Nice ripe bananas when you're making this, because when you bite into this, you really want the bananas to be soft and almost jammy. So 2 ripe bananas. Then I'll peel these. And I'm going to leave the bananas whole, so we're going to make the shape of the banana for these little parcels. Now I'm using a cherry conserve for this recipe, but by all means you could use a chocolate spread. A nut spread also works really nicely with this banana. Okay, now for our phyllo pastry. Now you need 2 sheets of phyllo pastry per parcel. I like to bring my phyllo pastry out of the fridge now before using it, and then always have a tea towel on standby. It just ensures that it doesn't dry out when you're brushing them. Now speaking of brushing, I'm going to brush this with some butter, some melted butter, and we'll put our first sheet to one side. We'll cover the rest with our tea towel, and then we'll brush it. Once I've brushed it the first time, I'll sandwich it with another piece, and I'll repeat the process so I've got 2 bundles. Okay, so the phyllo bundles are ready to go, and this cream cheese is really soft and silky. I'll take the blade out, and now we can start assembling this. Just have a look at this. See how gorgeous and smooth it is? That's what we're looking for. Now, with our phyllo pastry, work with one at a time. We'll grab a spoonful of our cream cheese, just on an angle. Then dollops of our cherry conserve, and just small little clumps of it. And the reason I want clumps of it, because when it cooks in the oven, it's going to spread out a little bit and we'll get that delicious, almost sauce-like consistency when it's cooked. Now for our bananas, we're just going to rest the banana on top of this mixture, and then now we can wrap it. Now you can be super organic with this, it doesn't have to be perfect, as long as all of the banana is covered in our mixture. So fold in the sides and then keep rolling it, and make sure it's not too tight. You want it to be a little loose. The reason I want it loose is because if there's little nooks and crannies here, that means it's going to be really, really crispy. Now for some extra butter just to seal it, and then we'll just roll that over. A little bit more butter on the top so it goes super golden brown. And just to really reiterate the coconut flavour, I'll sprinkle some coconut over the top. Nice, now that will go onto a baking tray. I'll repeat the process with the next bundle, and this goes into the oven, 180 degrees for about 20 to 25 minutes. The banana phyllo parcels have come out of the oven. Now you can serve them as is with a fork and spoon, or you can slice them in 3, which I'll do. Oh, love the crunch. And then have a look at that inside. I love how you can still see the shape of the banana there, and it's been stained by that beautiful cherry conserve that we use. And then we can just dust it with some icing sugar. Wow, that is so good. The banana is so sweet inside. It's been cooking for that 20 minutes, so it's really soft, and I love that little pop of sweetness from the cherry. Absolutely delicious.